guys, today's video I'll be trying out the new foundation by Beautyblender called Bounce, and it's the Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. Let's go ahead and open this up. This is what it looks like. Bounce. And behind here, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's so much glare. There's a little indentation and it looks like the same shape as a Beautyblender. Now what this is like a reservoir. So what you do is you're supposed to hold this at a 45-degree angle and pump it, and the product is supposed to run down here, and this will be like your little reservoir or like your little makeup palette, and then you can dunk either your brush or your Beautyblender or beauty sponge in here. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go on the website, the Sephora website, and we can see what it says about this foundation. It is full coverage. It's for sensitive, normal, combinations, and oily skin, and it has a matte finish. Now it is, let me see, it's 1 ounce, which is a standard, and it's a weightless liquid whip foundation with a multi-dimensional velveteen matte finish that wears for up to 24 hours. There's 32 colors. This full coverage foundation addresses not just tone but also skin texture, so your complexion looks smooth and even. Infused with hyaluronic acid and antioxidant rich white birch extract, it leaves your complexion both perfected and protected. Best of all, it leaves skin looking picture perfect both in real life and on screen for up to 24 hours. So hyaluronic acid is very good. It plumps your skin, it keeps it moist, and it has no parabens, no sulfates, and no phthalates. I don't know how to pronounce that. It says to make sure your face is moisturized and prepped before using, especially if your skin is dry. So I did moisturize and I did prep my face with my primer, which is the MAC Prep and Prime. Right now it says it's out of stock online on Sephora. But let's go ahead and try this out. Now the color that I got was Blend 335. I went with this color because that's the color match that it chose for me using the Sephora color IQ. So hopefully this color will match my skin. And I bought a new Beautyblender. I don't normally use a Beautyblender for putting on foundation. I've been using my brush, or I've been using other blenders besides the Beautyblender, but I felt like it was the right thing to do it with this. So let me go ahead and get this wet and plump this up, and I'll be right back. So I got my Beautyblender nice and damp, and yeah, I'm really excited. So let's get started. On the back here, there's a little thing here that's like a lock. Now you're supposed to hold this at a 45-degree angle and pump it. I'm gonna do it 3 pumps. See how it's going down like that? Okay, so I'm gonna take my Beautyblender and I'm just gonna dunk it in. Let me put my mirror up. I need to see. It's pretty thick. The formula feels pretty thick. Pretty yellow, but most of my colorings that I get matched with are on the warm side, so it has a lot of yellow in it. First thing I noticed, it does go on really nice and smooth, very easy. It blends very easy. And the first wipe, it looks pretty, I would say right now it's about a medium coverage, which I like, especially after it's just the first go around. I think I might have pumped out a little bit too much, and maybe I could have just gone with 2 pumps instead of 3. Let's look how much more I have on here. That's a lot. Bounce it, like the name says, bounce. I wonder if now the other companies that have beauty sponges are now going to try and make foundations too. I mean, it only seems natural to do so. Well, to me, it does, but okay. Normally, I like to take a brush and go into product and get into here and here. I'll do that later. And I put on the rest of my makeup. So far, it's looking really good. I'm happy with the color at this point. My true test is I usually like to go outside with a handheld mirror and look at it outside to see how true the color match is, and I'll do that later. But at this point, it looks like the color matches pretty well. I was reading some reviews and they were saying that the colors were a little light, and to go ahead and go a little bit darker in your shade that you come out with, just because it runs a little bit light. But from what I can see, this one that was matched for me, it looks like it's good. Now I only went one time and around, and it looks like it's medium to full coverage, which I like. As far as the finish, it's not, it doesn't look really matte, but it's not dewy. It says it's supposed to be a velveteen matte. Honestly, I don't know what that means, but it's definitely not super matte. Maybe when it dries down a little bit more. But I think this is good as far as the coverage that I want. You probably can, I probably could go one more time and get it full coverage, but I'm not gonna do that today. What I'm gonna go do right now is I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. When putting on the rest of my makeup, everything went on nice and smooth. The product comes out a little thick from the bottle itself, but it doesn't feel thick on your face. It feels really nice and lightweight. Everything is nice and smooth. As far as the color wise, at this point, it looks like a very good match. I'm unable to do the test that I like to do, which is go outside with my handheld mirror at this point because it's only 6:23 in the morning. So it's a little too dark for me to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that later on. I'm gonna do a couple more check-ins. Today is supposed to be a hot day. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. And then I'm also gonna go to the gym and to the mall. So yeah, it'll be a good test to see how this foundation holds up. So I'll see you guys in a little bit and I'll do a couple more check-ins. Okay guys, so I just got done working out. Actually I worked out and then I went next door to Ulta and stood in line. Ulta just opened up a store here, and this weekend was their grand opening, and the first 100 people could get a chance to win either between $5 and $100, and I was number 54 and I got $10. I did it yesterday too, and I got $5 yesterday, and I went in there and I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to get, but the line to check out was outrageous. I swear there was at least 30 people in line, and I'm not standing in that line. I have a lot of other things to do, so I just put everything back and I'll go back in a few days. That $10 is good till I think August 3rd, so I'll just come back in a few days. But anyways, this foundation, look at it. It looks really good. I worked out really hard and I was sweating. My face was dripping with water. I did not touch it up at all, and it looks really good. It's not really that shiny at all. Maybe around the nose I could go with the blotting paper, but other than that, I'm not going to go ahead and touch it up. So right now I'm planning to probably go to the mall, and then I have to go pick up lunch from me and my husband. My husband's at home, so I'm going to go pick up lunch for us, and then I'll do another check-in probably around the 3 or 4 o'clock mark, just to see how this foundation is holding up then. But at this point it looks really good. Oh, and the color match, before I went to the gym, I did take my handheld mirror and looked outside and looked at my the color match, and it looks really good. It's pretty dead on. I'm really happy with that. But other than that, there's no separation or anything. I'm pretty pleased with it. So I'll see you guys later on this afternoon and do my last check-in. Bye. Okay, this is my second and final check-in. As you can see, my face is a little bit oily. It's not too bad for not touching up at all throughout the day. I have my blotting paper, and I'm gonna see if I can try and get it a little bit more matte. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Overall, this foundation is pretty good. There's no separation. It looks pretty good. It's about 4 o'clock now, so I've had this foundation on for about a little over 9.5 hours without touching up, and I went to the gym. I stood in a line in the hot sun. It's 90 degrees, and the humidity it's really bad. This foundation is pretty good. Will I use it or replace it with my foundation that I love so much? Probably not. I'll use it again, but yeah, it's good. I like it. The color match was really nice. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put a link down at the bottom where you can get it. They have it at Sephora, but at this point it's sold out. But you can keep trying. I think there's a if you look on it on Sephora, if you want them to notify you, there's a button that you press and they'll notify you when it's back in stock. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time, bye.